Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're asking what's happening in the karmic connection. Now, this is a connection that's not you and your person. It's if your person is with someone else. We're looking at what's happening in that connection. And remember, we're not looking at that just to spy, but remember, they are mirroring back to you aspects of yourself that you need to acknowledge and heal, because once there's a karmic connection connected to your main connection, it means that you, not just a person, you are still learning some sort of lesson. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind when we are going through what we're going through here. All right, so what I have here, so this is going to be a sorrel reading. So this is sorrel, bisap, hibiscus, what else do they call it? Oh, I can't remember what else. What the other names are. I'll put it in the pin comment down below when I remember. But basically, it was just dried, and then I put it in my food processor, and then I charged it. But I'm still going to charge it again in front of you here. And just put my fingers in it. You know, I really should get my my usual spoon to sift through this, because if I put my hands over it, then I'm blocking your view. One moment, guys. I should have thought about that. Right. So now remember, when I'm reading, you are also reading. So you're going to see shapes in a sorrel that are meaningful to you. You're going to be getting your own messages. And that's why it's important for you to see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm just going to start this, making patterns, whatever. I don't know what it asked I did that for. Through this. Oh, you know what I meant to tell you guys? It's like a piece of the Running Man. Yeah, it's like a piece of the Running Man. Somebody's running. They don't even know where they're running to. They're gonna get to a dead end. They're gonna get to a dead end because whoever they're dealing with is a snake. They're deceptive. And they're gonna realize that the only way out is kind of undoing what they've done before. It's like that card in the Fairy Oracle deck, the undressing of the salad. Somebody's trying to undress a salad. It's almost impossible, but it's something that has to be done. Anyway, let me continue. I'll get the message as I go through. But you know what I wanted to tell you guys? Remember, our last reading was the high tea reading, right? And in the high tea reading here, in the high tea reading, that was Sunday. Remember, they said that you are going to be on other people's radar, and they're not even like on your radar, or even anywhere in your awareness. Okay, guys, I kid you not. I'm gonna look at the time the message came in before I give you guys this tea. 1 second. Right, exactly. So I released that video at about around 9:30, and then at 10:30, not more than an hour after that, my first boyfriend, and if you've been watching my channel, I kind of talk about him sometimes. The first boyfriend that's enjoying radio silence until now. My first boyfriend, I have no idea where he got my number from. Text me, "Hello, sunshine." And this is the message, guys. This is the message. "Hello, sunshine. Do you think you can facilitate a conversation between you and I? 1, I want to know if you're alive and well. And 2, I want to reconnect." Like if nothing ever happened. Like there was absolutely no reason why we parted ways. Like normal. So my first thing was to ignore. You know how I am, right? I'm just gonna block that out of my mind, whatever. But then I was like, he has been attracted to you, or he's driven by some impulse to connect with you for a particular reason. I don't know if he needs closure or if this is spirit bringing a lesson to you, but it's a very important juncture. Engage. I engage. I said, hi, how is everything? Are you well? Because for me, the only reason that he contacted me is because you're dying, right? So he said, yes, he's well. I said, okay, well, then I'm confused as to, I didn't say it harshly like that. I said, okay, well, then I'm feeling, yeah, I said this. Then I'm feeling very confused as to why you are reaching out to me. And then he's like, you mean unsolicited and unannounced? I said, yeah, basically. And then it's like he was absolutely stumped. He didn't expect me to challenge why he was contacting me. He thought that we would fall back into a normal pattern where I basically pretend that absolutely nothing has happened and there's this undercurrent that's running underneath our conversations. Okay? Things being swept under the carpet. And I didn't do that this time. I was like, no, why are you contacting me? And he was just absolutely stumped for words. And I myself, I was very surprised. Yes, I was confused, but also I felt like this profound sense of shame. Now, that sense of shame could have been coming from him and I was tapping into it, but that's not what I felt. At that moment, I was looking back on myself. Those 20 years ago, yeah, that's how long we have not spoken. Those 20 years ago, and just absolutely surprised at how little I was accepting for myself at that time. Just because I want this person in my life and just because I want to feel validated and I want to feel loved. And then I kind of saw the trajectory of all the other relationships after that falling into the same pattern. And I was like, bam, 20 years to learn this fucking lesson. And I was angry with myself. And it's so weird because we tell people all the time about being gentle with ourselves and help and self-healing and just for self-forgiveness, but it's a very difficult thing. And I don't know why I'm telling you that now, but maybe this is what someone is feeling in this connection. Now they're going to successfully extricate themselves from this, but right now they're in some sort of void energy here. They're in the womb. Look at here. They're in the womb. Okay. They are like about to be, let me put it a little closer, right? They're about to be reborn into something new. But in the meantime, there's a lot of things that they have to kind of wade through in this void energy here. So I do think your person right now, they might be setting themselves apart from the other people in their life, and they feel like they have to do that in order to get some sort of clarity on themselves and where they are heading. Okay? I'm seeing here as well that they feel like there's some sort of obstacle in their way. I don't know if it's an obstacle to clarity or an obstacle to them moving forward. I can ask in the extended. Is it an obstacle to clarity, and what is it? Or an obstacle to moving forward, and what that is? Okay. They feel like they're in this uphill climb, and it's taking forever to get there and to get the perspective that they need to get in order to make some sort of move. I do see that your person, they're on some sort of emotional roller coaster right now. I'm vacillating between some very extreme highs, because this looks like a seesaw to me. Some very extreme highs and some very extreme lows in their life. But Spirit's saying they have to go through this in order for them to release some sort of codependent energy. Look at the devil here with the devil horns. To release some kind of codependent energy that is currently in their life. We're going to ask, what's this codependent energy there? Yeah. And it's something that they have struggled with for a very long time. Now, I do get that some of them have been making trips to the Akasha or doing some sort of past life regression in the dream state. And in this past life regression, they're realizing that they have the power to make all their dreams come true. One, they're also seeing that there's a particular lesson that they are meant to learn through their interaction with these karmics in their life. Now, I meant this reading is really meant to talk about them and an intimate partner. But for some of you, your person doesn't have an intimate partner, but maybe they might have a mother figure, father figure, or maybe just karmic family members. But they're realizing that everything has purpose, and they've come together, they've been put together with these people in this kind of little container from sort of soul purpose, and they're trying to figure out what that purpose is, right? So this is someone that is deep in introspection at this time. Lots of highs, lots of lows, and just kind of, exhausted by it all. Let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, it's a recognition that they have been going in circles for a very long time. And they've just been repeating, different people perhaps, but repeating the same karmic cycle over and over and over again. And when they think they're getting somewhere in their life, they're getting nowhere. They're with the same energy. They keep telling themselves, okay, this time is going to be different. This time is going to be different. This time is going to be different. But it can't be different if you're holding on to being the same person. And if you're doing the same things, and if you're doing the same tactics, and if you're not addressing your healing, it can't be different. Because you will keep attracting the same energy into your life because it is the same energy. And perhaps that goes for you as well, right? It's easy for us to, project, but really and truly, it all begins with the vibrations that we are sending out into the universe. Okay? All right. Let's see what else is here. For some of you, your person's getting some kind of new weird haircut. I don't know where that came from. They're getting some sort of new haircut here. They feel like, they can't change their circumstance, but they're going to change some little thing about them. So maybe it might even be their beard or something like that. Something that's just going to uplift them, and they're hoping that they get a little clarity by just doing these little minor changes, One second. They're doing a lot of decluttering. For a lot of them, it's like physical decluttering. And this physical decluttering is helping them also do some emotional and spiritual decluttering in their life. Your person is in a different mood. And I feel like this is why I told you that story about the ex and about me doing things differently. I think that your person is stirring shit up. I feel like your person before, they weren't a kind of rock the boat kind of person, right? They're just there maintaining homeostasis, so they're not pushing against the status quo too much. And I feel that this went for their work relationships, their intimate relationships, their relationships with their family, all that. They're stirring shit up. In fact, they're people pleasing, but now they ain't doing that anymore. They are confronting issues, and they're no longer willing to sweep things under the carpet and pretend like shit didn't happen. And that happens a lot in families. Like, big traumatic things would happen, and then people just pretend like it never happened. And then there's always this undercurrent that's there. in the middle of on this, line underneath the conversation. Nobody wants to talk about it, but it is the elephant in the room. But your person, they're not doing that anymore. They're confronting these issues, and as they confront these issues, they are surrendering to their healing, and they're kind of making waves and inroads in their circle. People are taking notice of them. They're realizing this person ain't the same. Then they're not the same. I'm not dealing with the same person. It's like they're breaking free from some sort of like spider web that they have been like entrapped in, for a long time. So I see them doing major healing, and this looks like one of those spider starfish. So I feel like they're really exploring the depth of their emotions and things that they may have kept buried underneath the surface, underneath the sand, for a long time. Some really old issues. We can ask what these issues are. What issues are they confronting? There's 6 holes here, and the vibration of 6 is the Lovers. It's like they're seeing the holes or the cracks in the foundations of their intimate relationships. I think your person thought that whatever relationship they're in now, that it was something solid, right? This is something rock solid. This is something that you can build a proper foundation on. But it's like the cracks in the foundation are beginning to become apparent. For some of them, they may have viewed that relationship as a kind of umbrella that would, protect them from the storms, of life and, that kind of thing. But they're realizing that this umbrella has a lot of holes. It was never secure as they thought it would be. It was a mirage. That's what I'm getting. It was a mirage, an illusion. Your person wasn't seeing things clearly, and it's because of their trauma, their pain, and it's childhood pain. Because this also reminds me of like 6 of Cups, right? These holes are like cups, and 6 of Cups is about your childhood, nostalgia. So they're seeing the cracks in the foundation of their relationship, and they're also seeing the cracks in their foundation, their childhood, and why they kept manifesting the same partner unconsciously over and over and over and over again. You know what this also looks like to me? There's a kind of jellyfish. I do not know the scientific name, right? I only know the name that my father told us, which is the cocopods, and it's basically it's a jellyfish. It doesn't have tentacles, right? But it is jellyfish-like, very clear, but they're little brown spots, like just spots of cocoa, like a leopard spots, kind of sparsely dotted on it, right? And they just kind of flow with the tide, kind of aimlessly, or maybe seemingly aimlessly. I think your person's just kind of been floating, kind of aimlessly or without purpose, for a long time, and feeling absolutely void inside. Okay, I don't think they've felt connected to anything and anyone. They're just this, very self-contained entity. They're just floating through life, floating through life. But this is someone here that's searching for purpose. This is someone that's searching for purpose. This is what I get with that. All right, let's see what else is happening. All right, look, somebody's big mouth here. So I feel like there are a lot of verbal explosions that's happening at this time. This also looks like a volcano to me, right? So a lot of things that have been like compressed and buried underneath the surface, and then they're showing me an image of someone with dark energy between the belly button and the top of the thighs. And that usually, when you see that in Reiki for me, it means compressed anger, right? Anger that's been stuffed down. And you'll find that persons that have this issue, they have a lot of digestive issues going on because there's so much compressed there, right? And you have to really get them Reiki to kind of shift this energy. Right, so I see somebody with a lot of compression in that area. So there's a lot of feelings that there's stuff down, but it looks like it's coming to the surface because it's a very shallow volcano here. It's coming to the surface, and I feel like there are a lot of explosions. And I don't feel it is just with an intimate partner. I feel like this is with just about everyone that is surrounding them at this time. So if you find that your person may have taken a step back from you, it's because they don't want you to get some of this lava that's coming out here. Okay, this is like a big eruption, right? And it's like happening with everybody that they are in contact with. And I feel like this is some of the reason why they're isolating themselves, because they're realizing that they're kind of out of control. They can no longer control their emotions, right? That kind of rigidity that was able to have those emotions in check, it's no longer there. It's like everything is kind of falling apart, breaking away. And then there's just this raw emotion that's here. So they're trying to deal with this. Okay, try to drill down to the root cause of these explosions. Trying to see what are the emotions that are lingering underneath the surface. And it also reminds me of the image that I got when I tapped into my feelings regarding the ex, right? Because I was just feeling confusion. Listen, I'm Capricorn moon, so it takes me a while for me to really drill down to my emotions, and it has to be a very conscious exercise. And so when I tuned into myself, what I saw was like an English trifle. And in this English trifle, there was this big, thick layer of shame, like this thick. And then underneath that thick layer of shame was our friendship situationship that we had, right? And I couldn't even retrieve the friendship parts of it because it was under this layer of shame. I couldn't even remember the good times with my ex, right? And the friendship that we shared before we became involved. I couldn't remember any of it because all that shame was hiding all of that. And I feel like this is what your person's going through. They're trying to get to the bottom of everything, but there's just so many different layers that they have to kind of power through before they get to the bottom of it. So they're going through their own English trifle, you know? Let's see what else is here. Money problems. Looks like a dollar sign. Yeah, so then there's also financial issues. And, you know, this is like the most common cause of, you know, fallouts with couples. You know, it is financial issues here. So that they're quarreling about money. I feel like there's been some sort of financial abuse or kind of deception surrounding money at this time, and it's like money is just like trickling through your person's their hands. They just can't hold on to it. But this is also something karmic that they are going through. I also see here, when I look at it on the camera, it is like a dinosaur or oh gosh, come on guys. I love you. I love you. Barney. It's Barney. Why would I see Barney? Oh my goodness. So maybe that's about reconnecting with their inner child. Like it could be definitely that. Maybe they're thinking if they're children in this mix, they might be thinking about children. This also looks like a dinosaur. It's not just Bonnie, but a dinosaur. So it could be them kind of on this like a rampage. Like you know, there's a lot of anger. Again, we're picking up on that. A lot of anger that you know this person is feeling at this time. This also looks like a dragon. So I do think that they are protective spirits that are helping your person, around your person at this time, you know, trying to get them to remain focused and to help them purge this energy without harming others. And I don't know why I said that, because I'm really feeling like a lot of rage here. All right, let me look and see if there's anything else. If not, we will go to the extended, okay? This looks like someone headless kneeling down praying, right? When I look in the camera there. So I think your person just does not know what to do, and maybe that's why it's coming out as headless, right? They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They're tired of thinking, or they're tired. And I feel like they're praying for strength. They're praying for guidance right now, because they truly feel like, you know, they're lost, you know. That's what I get. This could also mean like death of some sort of programming that had them overthinking as well. Could be that, you know. It could definitely be that. But guys, that's what I'm getting. So if you'd like, join me in the extended, and we're gonna go a little deeper into this energy. If not, if you're not able to, let me give you some advice from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. And underneath the deck, we have beginnings. So know that there are new beginnings for you, and it's new beginnings in love and new beginnings when it comes to your intuition. Okay, so I get like there's going to be like upgrades, or you're going to see new gifts, new intuitive gifts emerging. But this is everything new. There's just so much. It's like you're about to go through a portal here, and it's just, you know, just beauty and love and upgrades on the other side. All right. So Spirit is saying, you know, it is time for self-love. Maybe time for self-forgiveness. Maybe that's why I told you that story, right? And it's a card number 6, and 6 is about the lovers, right? So Spirit is saying, your greatest lover is yourself, right? So you have to give yourself love, and you have to receive love from yourself. So right now it's all about nurturing you, loving every aspect of you, loving your spiritual gifts, loving who you are as a creative, loving who you are as a daughter, a mother, a priestess, a person, right? It's loving every aspect of yourself, especially those aspects of yourself that you may not find lovable. Let me see what they have in the book about this. Card number 6. Radical self-love is necessary. Empowerment starts from the inside out. Do not compare yourself to others. Start your change with focus and the love of self. And the mantra here for healing is, every day I bring radical self-love to body, mind, and spirit. Sometimes we feel we are not enough. We are not enough. Sometimes we are even told we are not enough by our own voice, the voice of others, and our culture. Not smart enough, not pretty enough, not powerful enough, not talented enough, not good enough at what we choose to do, not ambitious enough, not experienced enough, not curvy enough, not thin enough, not glamorous enough, not porn star enough, not enough of a lady. And as a result, all of this makes us not love ourselves enough. Then there's the opposite, when we are too something, We're too tall, too short, too fat, too thin, too wrinkly. You can't please people, right? Can you? Too wrinkly, too plump, too old, too young, too quiet, too mouthy, too noticeable, too opinionated, much trouble, too much, full stop. Is there any wonder that many of us feel such self-loathing or dissatisfaction with self? Because either way, it's a damned if you do and a damned if you don't, right? Please stop. Put your blinders on. Breathe. Be with yourself. Do rituals. Speak to the goddess or whatever energy floats your boat and ask for help. Yes, indeed, listen to any and all the crazy misdemeanors that your mind can throw at you. But then, hug these untruths like a crying puppy and sue the reasons they are there. Know that you are doing the best that you can right now, that you are not your past, and you can soothe yourself, and most importantly, you can move on. And I feel that's why he contacted me, to be honest, right? Know that this comparison craziness is just a diversion from knowing self really well and discovering soothing, oh my thunder, delicious aspects of yourself that are extremely satisfying. Focus on you, not others, and discover where you really might like change. If anywhere or anything, for your own personal benefit, not for some outward measure of enoughness. True power and happiness comes from the inside out like an unfurling spiral. Woe is a person who relies on the opinions of others to give happiness and self-measure. Choose radical self-love. Choose you. And the best crystal to work with right now is my favorite, rose quartz. Okay? My loves, hope that was very helpful for you. Thank you so much for everything that you do for this channel. I'm just so grateful. Take care. Much love. Bye.